The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark.
Glory to you, Lord.
Jesus went to the district of Tyre. He entered a house and wanted no one to know about it, but he could not escape notice. Soon, a woman whose daughter had an unclean spirit heard about him. She came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by birth, and she begged him to drive the demon out of her daughter. He said to her, "Let the children be fed first, for it is not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs." She replied and said to him, "Lord, even the dogs under the table eat the children's scraps." Then he said to her, "For saying this, you may go. The demon has gone out of your daughter." When the woman went home, she found the child lying in bed and the demon gone. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Praise be Jesus and Mary.
Now and forever.
Brothers and sisters, in our readings today, the protagonists are women. Woman! No? Mga babae. And in the first reading, we see how woman was created. No? Alam niyo ba kung bakit woman ang tawag? Kasi daw, nung makita ni Adan, si Eva, "Wow, man!" Naging woman. No? Kasi first time niya makakita ng ganong itsura, nakaparehas niya. No? And of course, in the time of Jesus, woman is in some way considered second class or even third class. No? If you go to the Holy Land, especially the sisters there, they have convent in Cana, no? Dun sa may Wailing Wall sa Jerusalem, no? Yung sa temple, no? Woman cannot enter inside, no? Pinaka-loob ng templo ng Jerusalem. They are only in the what we call courtside, no? Kita niyo yan, no? Siguro sa mga feminists ngayon, discrimination na yan. But in the time of Jesus, those are normal things, no? And the woman in the gospel today, no, has this obstacle with Jesus. Why? No? Because first of all, she is a woman, and second, she is not a Jew. He is a Greek Syrophoenician. So these two elements, perhaps logically, you will already conclude why Jesus doesn't at first wanted to grant her request. And at the same time, of course, we know that Jesus is only testing her, testing this woman. But according to many, and in his cultural background, this woman deserves nothing because of his two characteristics. He is a woman, and she is a woman, and she is not a Jew. But Jesus, in this miracle, proved to us that no matter what, either you're a man or woman, wag lang LGBTQ, at least, you are, even if you are not a Jew, God's grace and miracle is offered to all who is humble enough to acknowledge herself or himself. Pinagaling ni Lord yung babae, hindi dahil siya'y babae at hindi rin dahil siya ay hindi Hudyo. Pinagaling ng Panginoon ang babae dahil sa kanyang kapakumbabaan at pananampalataya. You know, these two, faith and humility, opens the heart of God. No? Kaya nga, yung mga taong mayabang, mga taong hambog, mga taong hindi sumusunod, mga taong may kanya-kanyang isipan, alam na walang na walang kapakumbabaan. Alam niyo po, yung mga yun, kailanman, kahit makagawa ng mga magaganda at magagaling na bagay, it will not be blessed by the Lord. Why? Because they lack a very important virtue, which is the foundation of all virtues, humility. Tingnan niyo yung babae, bagamat sinabihan siyang aso, I was trying to search the word dogs in biblical sense, kaso lang wala na akong time, pero I think and I believe, at the time of Jesus, when you are called dogs o aso, hindi katulad ngayon, yung aso ngayon, tulad ng aso doon sa parokya, si Kalino. Kali! Aso, para bang man's best friend, yung mga aso. Pero alam nyo, ngayon lang yun. Yung time ni Jesus, pag sinabing ikaw ay aso, para bang sa Tagalog, yung kuto. Mayroong isang, titirisin kita parang kuto, saying sa Tagalog. Parang ganun, yung mga aso sa time ni Jesus. So imagine how great shame. Para bang, kung ikaw at ako ang nandoon sa place ng woman, mapapahiya tayo. And yet, you see, the woman showed her true color. Ayan. Alam nyo, makikita mo daw, makikilala mo ang isang friar, sisters, brothers, mga lay, a Christian, when you humiliate him or her. Doon mo makikilala yung kanyang pagiging humble. True humility comes through humiliation. Tandaan niyo po yan. Kasi madaling magpakitang humble. Pero humble pala. Pwede kang kumukuang yung ulo. Naalala ko may isang aspirant noon akong nakasabay. Naging nakayuko. Parang ayaw tumingin sa tao. Parang takot sa tao. Parang hindi maintindihan. Pero alam nyo, pagkatapos ng pagdating sa refectory, kung anong pinagsasabi, pinagkamarites dyan. Kita nyo. Humility is not based on appearance, but based on how we accept humiliation, how we accept criticism, how we accept correction. Diyan mo malalaman ang isang tunay na mapagkumbabang tao. Through humiliation, through criticism, through correction, through advising. Yan. A humble person never choose who will correct him or her. He never choose who will criticize him and humiliate him or her. Gets nyo? Sana na-gets nyo. That is the true virtue of humility. Because the more you are crushed, the more God rebuilds you. The more people down you, the more God exalts you. Remember that. The more na binabagsak ka ng tao, kapag ikaw ay humble, itataas ka ng Diyos. Pero the more na nagpapakataas ka sa tao, the more na ibabagsak ka ng Diyos. Why? Yun ang dahilan kay Satanas, kay Lucifer. See? He became proud because he has all. And yet, he has none. Kaya nga, brothers and sisters, let us imitate this Syrophoenician woman. I believe she became a saint. Do you believe? Yes, I believe so. Perhaps hindi lang naisulat sa Bible, but I believe she became a saint. Why? Because of her great humility. And let us ask Saint Clare, as we celebrate this memorial votive Mass in honor of her, to help us truly be humble and never choose who will correct us and humiliate us, so that we may show our true humility. Praise be Jesus and Mary.